It's been a minute. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Got a new setup here, possibly for an indefinite amount of time. We'll see. So Cydonia Design Tech has an annex outside of the cemeteries. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Um, it's been a bit since we've gotten on here. Lots happened and changed in my life, which has prevented me from streaming with any kind of time to really do that or really place to do it. So I'm kind of improvising right now. Miss being on here, miss everybody. And I'm going to do something different that I've been trying to work out for the stream for a little while, which is not just draw. That's kind of the setup we had before in the previous iteration of the Cydonia Design Tech live stream. Everything with my partnership with Cydonia Design Tech is still going really well. Nothing there has changed. Just on the personal front, some things have been tumultuous, let's just say that, and needing an attention away from really anything else that I could spare to take the attention out of to put onto. But we're back, we're here. I have an exhibition coming up. Opens December 1st at Carbon Copy in Louisville, Kentucky. Pretty great space run by a really awesome artist and curator, Shohei Katayama. I'm super stoked. And most of the work I have going into that show, it's all new, with the exception of maybe a couple of drawings that I've made on the stream over the past few months. Well, I guess it's been a few months since I've been on. But maybe some drawings that were kind of integral into me getting into this phase of the art making I'm doing right now and kind of attempting to manifest these ideas. So those might be in there, but all brand new works. And what I have done in the past several months is design some 3D artworks and took advantage of the sale that Creality had a few months ago and got a few CR10s and have been working on printing some really large artworks that take multiple components that, they're about 3 feet. So the plan is to magnetize all the components and put them together. They're almost done printing. I got about a day left on one of them. And we have some maquettes here behind me that we're going to start cleaning up today before we work on next week, or tomorrow, I guess, on cleaning up the real big ones. So let me show you what one of the artworks is going to look like. Right here. Okay, so this is one of the new artworks. You can see this is all 3D printed, it's modeled. Still have some supports all over the place, here, and down here. This was just one part. The actual artworks are 3 feet tall, but there's 2 of these. It's kind of important that it's like a diptych. And we're going to start cleaning those up later. But I really want to just kind of get in there and knock out some of these supports that were a little trickier to get out than others, see what this one's kind of doing. And just kind of get a little fluency with the tools I'll be using before I actually go on to stuff that I really don't want to scuff up. Okay? So, that being said, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're all's going great. I know lighting in here is a little weird. Also, the camera angles, like, I wanted to be able to focus on like kind of what I'm doing, and I'm not drawing against a wall. So let me know, comments, chats later, if you think of any alternate views that you want to see, or you have any ideas for how to improve the stream. Like I say, it's a brand new space. Haven't been on in months, so all the help and feedback is encouraged. But that being said, let's get to it. Alright, I'm going to adjust this down so you can see the workspace a little better. Also, been sharing a studio with Dina Mert Potter. This is a Dina Mert coffee cup. So anybody digs this shit, buy some Dina Mert art. Dina's awesome. Alright. Got a little vaporwave action going. Imagine that. Okay. I am wearing safety goggles. Alright, let's get it. is hard. I can't remember where this goes, how far down it is, so. Okay. I'm gonna go get some pliers and some headphones because that was too loud. Alright, well, I couldn't find any 3D prints. Or, sorry. I couldn't find any headphones. So, pull this down a little bit. There we go. So, I'm just gonna see what we can cut out of here. Keep this back on. All right, a little bit coming out. So it's kind of okay. This is just a maquette. It's just like a test to see how the overall composition looked, and I was happy enough with it before I pulled out. Before I got all the supports out, that I started printing it larger. Like I said, the final one is like 3 feet, and it's 12 pieces that all kind of come together. But I just want some practice pulling this kind of supports off. I am going to have some smaller ones on my merch table in the show, so this is going to help with that. And also, I just need like the confidence of getting it off, before I start on the big ones, and then maybe we'll focus. I do have some epoxy putty that I'm going to practice patching some of this stuff with. So I don't really mind if this one gets kind of scuffed, but I'd like to just have a little bit of practice with the tools and everything before I go on to the big ones that I don't want to have scuffed. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so far so good. These are the little pliers that come with the Creality. They're so sharp and nice, and I love how fine the points are on them. I mean, I think we have 5 Creality printers down here, in the studio. So I've got a ton of these, but I love using these for cleaning up, not just for clipping filament, but also for cleaning up supports. I was watching the first couple episodes of The Peripheral last night with my uncle, and we were laughing because the fab shop where the main character Flynn, Chloe Grace Moretz's character, works in is they just have a bunch of Crealities that they kind of debranded and dressed up a little bit for the show, printing everything, and she's using these exact pliers to clean up a print. It's pretty funny. Only because, that's what I use. Show's set in the future, but. Anybody else out there is watching that show, I'd be really interested to know what you think about it. I've probably read that book 3 times. Gibson is one of my favorite artists and my favorite author, and I read his books throughout the year. So I was really happy to hear that he was going to get a live action adaptation. And I loved Westworld, so I thought that those showrunners were a great choice for it. So far, obviously it's a TV show, it's not the book, but I am digging the divergence and how it's kind of, it's not quite its own thing. Still, if you've read the book and are a fan of The Peripheral, there's still enough in there that you'd be like, oh, tight, But it's also kind of, it's a new experience. It's not going to be trite if you've read the book before. I don't know if we just broke it or freed it. So far, so good. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this camera angle so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, sick! Look at that. Okay. Well, it stands up, but check out this print. I don't know if you can tell, but it did not lay down there very well. Didn't print very well right here. I wonder why that is. You guys see that? That's awesome. Well, not really. I mean, it's just a maquette, so it's cool that it's, but that'll give us a chance to see how the epoxy putty works to shore stuff like that up. Ooh, look. Also right here. There's a similar artifact on the print. Similar defect. But all in all, I am pleased. As anybody who's watching, there's a ton of infill up here. You can see, I don't know if you can tell really, but let me lay this down. There should be, you can tell it's more densely printed here, whereas this is completely hollow. And again, I did that not because this isn't necessarily a finished thing. I was testing the composition of the artwork, so I didn't really kind of put any infill in the center. If this were to be something like when I go back and reprint these in different colors and stuff like that for the merch table at my show, I'll put an infill, or maybe even like for example, I would patch these holes that are in it, and then I might put like an expandable foam in here just to give it some rigidity and some support. But even with that, it still stands up just fine. So it'll just get lighter the more we pull these supports out. Cool. All right, well this is going to be a little tricky because the top form is a pattern generated off of an MRI scan of an actual human skull. So I don't know where the detail is. We're probably going to end up clipping a lot of that out. So that we don't cut the skull and we actually just cut the supports, we're going to go slow. Oh, thank God I got my eye protection on that. Man, these glasses are so foggy. It's kind of hard for me to understand what's going on. But thank gosh I have them on. That's a pretty cool piece. Kind of start to see the skull. Alright, I'm seeing some more artifacts on here. That'll be really interesting to see what they look like when they're all exposed. Looks like that some of this print didn't slice as well as it should have. And that makes sense because when I was working, I built this file in Fusion 360. When I was working in it, I was so excited to get the finished composition that I just exported it to an STL and didn't repair the closed mesh. So when it's sliced, it looks like that there were some aspects of the design that didn't even render in the slicing G-code, which is pretty cool to see. And once again, this is just a maquette. So it's okay that that happened. Here we go. Oh! I still can't tell what's going on in there. It looks fucking cool. All like data bended out, but I can't tell what is support and what is not. Because it's so poorly sliced. Oh, here we go. That gave some insight, and that maybe it's not poorly. Maybe we're better off than we thought. Wow, 30 minutes. It feels like 30 days I've been doing this.
Please walk the walk. Walk safe, Kentucky.
That's not smart, but I need to do that for just a second. looks like we're seeing the edge of it down in here. Did I hear that? It's probably just dogs. Man, it is so hard to tell what is poorly printed skull versus what is support. We're close. Might have to get in here with a Dremel. All right. Getting in there. Getting most of it out. Might need a little really fine tooth Dremel to get in there and knock a lot of this out. Okay, so this is printed horribly, and I should have done a better job at repairing my mesh before I printed it, but that's fucking cool looking, man. Composition is cool. I've just got a little bit more left for this other eye, so let's dig that out, and then we'll see what we got and how to proceed. Oh, fuck yeah, look at that. What time is it? Noon? All right. Okay. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get it with these pliers. Now, let's take a look. Okay, so here's the composition. Collage that I made using STL files. Alright, it's a little maquette. So what we can see here is that we've got a lot of misprint going all the way around the base of the skull. Right? I've also got some more in here. That is most likely due to the fact that I didn't do an infill. And this up here most likely is because if you heard me talking earlier, you know, when I made this artwork, when I made this collage, I printed this off just to see what the composition looked like. And I have this like faux marble. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the PLA that I'm using, the ink or the filament, is like a faux marble. And I just wanted to, you know, see how it would look and how the scale of the different elements of the collage. So there's three that I put together would work. So this is most likely because the mesh that so the file that I was working with to create this composition in the CAD program Fusion 360, I didn't repair the mesh. It was what they call open, meaning that there were extraneous or critical portions of the file that weren't somehow connected to make a cohesive shape for the computer to interpret. So when I went to slice it, there were all these open-ended areas, and the computer just did the best that it could to kind of fill all that in. Oh, there's a little more in here. We're going to see if actually we can get to that. Pull that out real quick. See if I can get in here with a Dremel. Huh. Looks like there's some more. I'm able to identify some more supports. Okay, there we go. Got a lot of work to do to repair this one, which is good because in the stream that we're going to have probably tomorrow, we're going to test some of the, I got this epoxy putty, two-part epoxy putty that you mix together from Smooth On. And we're going to see how good that is at filling holes and also test some pigments for it. So that's good. I like having maquettes and models like this to do kind of the first round, especially when I'm doing stuff new. You know, I don't want to like just do trial and error exclusively or play testing, as they say in the video game world, on the actual finished products, like the finished models, finished artworks. You know, I like to do one round of kind of checking shit out. But I don't know if you can see behind me, probably not. Actually got a couple other prints that we're gonna clean up real quick. Maybe here for another 20 or 30 minutes. But not a very long stream today. I know that we just got back on, but we'll be streaming periodically now. If you notice, I took the schedule off the channel because we're just going to be pretty much streaming every day. Sometimes for a little bit, sometimes for several hours, maybe 4 or 5, as we get close to the exhibition. Just because studio is really ramping up for the December 1st exhibition that I have at Carbon Copy in Louisville, Kentucky. So, but let's check out some of these other prints. All right, so here's a couple. It's the same composition, different sizes, different colors of filament. And you can see this has a tree structure. I've already started breaking this one apart. So this one has a tree support structure that for these smaller ones is probably going to be the way to go, except for up in here. Sorry, I just got distracted looking at these. So there's not going to be as much labor pulling everything off as there is for this guy. So I'm still debating on like sizes and kind of colors. So that's what these are doing. So let's see how we can do taking this one off, and then we'll get the rest of them. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the Dremel and kind of cut some of these bigger sections just so they're easier to break away in pieces and there's not a lot of stress on some of the joints, some of the elements of the composition of the print that don't have a lot of structure or tensile strength. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's see how that works. There we go. Oh, look at that. Cool, cool, cool. What happened here? All right, got something to figure out. So I mean, obviously it's a smaller print, but I really love how these tree supports just kind of break away. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, look at that shit just come right out. Okay. Wow, I picked the worst colors because like I cannot tell the difference between support and skull. I remember thinking this one was going to be cool because it was going to look like graphite or carbon fiber, black carbon fiber, but it does not. It's a nice color of black, but not the effect that I was hoping for when I purchased it. I ended up using this color to make, ooh, okay. Well, I'm just kind of breaking this one a little more than I'd like to. But here we go. So why did this not turn out? There is no top on here. I don't know why. But we got another one. Didn't fuse for some reason. Look at that. Strange. Well, it's also cool, but unfortunately this one's not going to make it. So let's try this one. Let's see if this one printed any better. Put my glasses on this time. far, so good. Look. Okay, thank God. Goblins, there's a top on this one. Look at that. That's a little more what I was hoping for. Cool. Looks great. Yeah, this one's working a lot better. I just wish I knew how I readjusted the settings on this slice to make it work so well compared to the other. Alright, so the lesson here is that we need to use the tree structure on this size. Why would Okay. Got to find a way to get this little portion out right here. But that's most likely a 3D printer situation. No, I don't know why I said that. A Dremel. It's lunchtime. All right. It turned out okay. All right, let's try this pink one. See how this works. Man, it's fun to be back on here. Missed everybody. I'm gonna have to update this profile. Oh well. All right. Oh, look at that. Cut myself. Shit happens. Okay. Man, that's satisfying. Wow, who'd have thought? This pink stuff is the hardest of them all. Oh, that hurt even more than what it already did. Oh, got too close right here. Good thing these are just testers. I love this color. Alright, I'm not going to spend too much time getting in there. Oh shit. Am I bleeding somewhere else? I'm bleeding all over this thing. right. These parts out. All right, here we go. Two sizes, two different colors. Technically three sizes and three different colors. Not used to these camera angles. All right.